Hi, I'm Joanna with McGrath Realty and the Cafe Residential team. Just came from Panera Bread, sitting here with my colleague to share some information with you.
I'm Ron Medilli. I'm also with McGrath Realty and information about your real estate endeavors. One of the things we wanted to talk about was putting a team together when you're starting out. You know, how are we going to get all this done? What's involved and who do we need? And a couple of the things we kicked around was, of course, starting with a realtor. You want to always have somebody in your corner, somebody that knows the ins and outs of the whole transaction to kind of be the quarterback in this whole, transaction. And from there, I'd say, you want to have certainly an attorney.
Yes, an attorney. Your lender. You need your lender.
Right, and a title person.
And inspector as well. Home inspector or septic inspectors. If you need an inspection for well water as well.
Mm-hmm.
But your realtor can help you out with a list of all those referrals.
Mm-hmm. Why are we stressing this? Why do we think it's important for a team?
Communication is key. When it comes to buying a property and selling a property, it's really important to have a team and that they communicate and that everybody communicates. Everyone works for either the buyer or the seller at the end of the day, and you want to make sure that everybody that's on your team is going to communicate with you, is going to communicate with each other, to make the transaction as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, certainly, if you're representing the buyer, you're going to want to have a good relationship with the home inspector.
Yeah.
Certainly a few phone calls to the title people, which you can choose. You can recommend to your attorney to use a particular title company if you have a relationship, or if your realtor has a relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
You're just trying to make things smoother, just trying to, working with local people and communication, as you said, totally key. And just trying to get the whole thing smooth, and because there's going to be a lot of conversation.
Yes.
And time is always a factor, and you want to have people that are going to pick up their phone and talk to you. I mean, you've experienced that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's important when you have deadlines to meet, and if they're not communicating and you're sending out emails and following up with phone calls, it can kill a deal at the end of the day. And not only that, also, when you're the client, you should be comfortable to be able to pick up that phone and ask whatever questions you have. You shouldn't feel intimidated. I don't want to bother my attorney. I don't want to bother my lender. No, they work for you.
Yeah.
So you should be able to pick up that phone and call them.
Yep, I totally agree with you. And, like you say, stressing the importance of people who are going to be on that other end and picking up that phone.
Exactly.
Or responding to an email, responding to a text. Getting that report from your inspectors, whether it be, the home inspection report or even a radon test report,
Absolutely.
to see how we're going to move forward.
And even with the lenders, sometimes, you show a property on a Saturday,
Right.
and you need an updated pre-approval. Is that lender going to be able to help you, or do you have to wait till Monday? And now, highest and best is due up by Monday morning.
Yeah.
So, do you have that relationship with that lender that you can just call them and be like, hey, I need an updated pre-approval.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yep, certainly, we point to the market that's been for the last year or so, and how quickly properties come on and move through the process.
Yes.
So you're absolutely right. You need these items when you need them, which is almost now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So again, having that team that's going to communicate all around, your realtor should be able to talk to your attorney, should be able to talk to the buyer's attorney if you're on the sell side, and vice versa. If you're on the buy side,
Absolutely.
talk to the seller's attorney, because there's questions that are going to be needed to be answered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And when you do have that team, giving permission to the attorney, to the lender, to speak to the realtor as well, because sometimes when they hold information, it can hurt the deal as well.
And oddly enough, it even goes beyond the people that you're making the deal with, because if somebody is selling a house to buy the house, you're going to want to know if they're, where they are with their contract on that house.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's true.
So,
a lot of pieces to the puzzle for sure.
Absolutely.